Hello and welcome to Sobricks. I'm Adam and this is Sobricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the new Lego gift with purchase Houses of the World 4 set. This is set number 40599. It has 318 pieces, and like I said, this was a promotional gift with purchase like all of the other houses of the world, and the threshold spend for this was $250. That's been the case with all of the houses of the world. And I frankly think that's a little bit high, and I'm not exactly sure what the philosophy is behind that, why Lego is pricing these at that level, or exactly, I haven't exactly figured it out. I have built the first 3 houses of the world, which you can see videos about on my channel, and I also have copies of all other ones still sealed. And that is true for this 4th one as well. And so I'm going to keep a set sealed, I think, and I'm going to keep a set built because I do like building them. I like working at this scale. I like how they're kind of like mini modulars, and there is a lot of good stuff in here. So but I do also want to have one still in the box. They do have the kind of limited edition box, which I don't know what that means. I don't know if Lego is going to make Houses of the World 4 and 5 and 6, etc. I kind of hope they do, but I also would like them to reconsider the threshold spend for these. Because I do really like them, and I think they're really cool. I just wish they were more available to people. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego gift with purchase Houses of the World 4, wanted to say thanks for watching, then to remind you to click the thumbs up, like this video, and subscribe if you like my channel. So I've built 3 of the Houses of the World already. This is the 4th one, and I think I've done videos for all of the other ones. I hadn't built 1 and 2 until 3 was kind of released, but I ended up really liking them. This one is kind of unique just because of the style of house that it is. The architecture is quite a bit different, and how it sits on the same size kind of base that the plates are made out of is quite a bit different. There's almost like a little bit of a courtyard area, sort of what I called it in the review, but I'm not really sure what that area is actually called, but it seems to be like open air partially, which is really interesting. I loved the roof design on this set. There's not like any outrageous piece usages or really spectacular piece usages, but there are some really useful pieces which I really liked. Unfortunately, I wasn't thrilled about the stickers that are in this set, and I didn't do the best of putting them on, so you may see that at some point during my review. So overall, really pretty good. I like these Houses of the World. They're overpriced or overvalued, so but I'll talk about that more as well. So now back to the rest of the build, and then on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego gift with purchase Houses of the World 4 here. This is pretty darn good. There's a lot of things to like about them. I, generally speaking, like all of the Houses of the World. I have a little bit of mixed feelings for this one, but it might be my issues with architecture stuff in general, like of this kind of architecture versus some of the other ones. But first, we'll kind of go over this whole thing, and then I'll kind of bring out the other ones so we can look at them all together. So this does have a similar size base as the other ones, maybe exactly the same size base, which is nice, with the whole front like facade here, which I believe this is supposed to be like Japanese architecture or something like that. I'm not positive about that, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. There are a lot of stickers on this set, for all of these these mini modular, these houses of the world thing, there have been stickers in all of them. And, you know, sometimes it's not a big deal. In this one, I'm a little disappointed with myself, but I think I can fix it because at least one of these stickers is quite crooked here. But we have kind of at the front door, we have some arches there that's open. We have some plants growing outside, maybe a sidewalk, a step. Then we have the door in here, maybe some lanterns outside. That is a sticker on the door. There's actually one on the other side of that door piece, and you don't ever really get to see it because it's covered up by a lot of stuff. Then we have kind of like an awning and some roof stuff up here on all of these gray slopes. Those are all stickers there. If we look into that, we can see there's kind of like seating areas and more of a little garden and stuff down there. And then underneath this kind of roof awning area is the main door to the house. And then that is actually... it has a sticker on it as well. If you can see kind of down there, there are a bunch of windows there. Those all have stickers on them, as well as the windows up here. And you can see this one is quite crooked. Some of that's, I don't love putting stickers on those small window pieces, but I could have done a better job with that one. So I'll have to change that one there. You can see we have a lot of floral elements up here, which is nice. Nice architecture kind of stuff for the roof, which is cool. Really like all of these curves, including those like kind of corner curve pieces, these big square ones. So that's all very good. And like any other modular, this does have a full interior. So I'll kind of show it like this quickly, and then I will take this off and show some more stuff here. So I'm actually going to take this off so we can see down in there. There's like more of a bench right here, a mat. The door that is on this sticker here is really hard to see. It has a similar design. Let me see here. How would I be able to see that? Let's see if I can get some additional light in there. I don't know if that'll be good. You can maybe see it a little more. There is a sticker on the door. It's just using a window piece with a brown, maybe if I do it from behind. Anyway, using a brown window pane instead of a clear one, and then all of the clear ones go through here. But we can also see there's some additional plants in there. There is the sticker on the back of this door as well, so that's a really nice detail. And those get covered up by this roof area here. Easy enough to take that off. We have some internal details, like a little kitchen over here, including like an oven and a fridge, some counter space, maybe a sink or a dishwasher type thing, some more plants, a lamp or something over here, maybe a couch over there in the corner. So this reminds me very much of other of the houses of the world. It does feel like there's so much of this that's used up for the front and kind of this courtyard area here that there's really a very limited space in the rear. There's only like 4 studs back here or 3 studs back here once you're all the way back here. So it does feel noticeably thinner than some of the other houses of the world, but it does have all of this stuff in here and the extra kind of roof elements and stuff like that. So that's one of the compromises. That is one of the quirks of this style of architecture. If we look at the top level here, I can pop off the roof somewhat easily. Let me see here. The roof kind of, well, we'll do it like that for now. And again, we have kind of a nice like little bathroom here, it looks like, or a restroom. or some other kind of room. I'm not really sure. That's what it looks like to me. And then we have a bedroom over here, maybe with a TV and a plant and a light and stuff. This looks like maybe a sheet. This room is maybe like a bench for the end, like the foot of their bed. We do have like kind of a little balcony area up here, which has more of the floral elements, and there's that indent there between these windows and these windows. And here you can really see how crooked this one looks compared to some of the other ones, so I'll have to fix that. And that's pretty much all of the details that are in here. There is a little bit of stuff up here in maybe the attic space area. I don't know if those are just supposed to be maybe cardboard boxes or something like that. There is that little space though, and so they made a point to put something in there that aren't structural in any meaningful way. So that's something up there, and you have this kind of modular building that has multiple levels and multiple bits of detail here. As you can see, the top level, because the bottom level is only like 4 studs wide, the top level is also only 4 studs, because another 4 studs then is taking up in this kind of courtyard area or entryway area. So this feels to me a lot shallower than many of the other houses of the world. I think it's well done. I think it uses the space pretty good for how limited it is, especially then even over here it cuts in even more. So you only have like 2 studs of depth to work with here, and they still manage to put something there that I think is a good use of space. So that's really a nice job there. The downstairs looks really good, if a little bit familiar to the other stuff. And then I guess, you know, for this style of architecture in this kind of house from whatever part of the world here, it does have some of the hallmarks, like the nice curves on the roof, and the courtyard is probably, or I don't know what else to call this little entryway is probably pretty common and significant, and I think they captured that well. And in that way it is a nice representation of this kind of architecture, even if it's not my favorite set out of all of the houses of the world, just because of some of the limitations. I think those are also what makes these so interesting. So that's really nice to see. And yeah, the one sticker is my only main issue, and I'll fix that in the future. And the rest of them I'm happy or fine with how they looked, like turned out, because some of these are really difficult to see. I think it looks really good like this. It's just not as full, because some of the other houses of the world would have, like, they would go almost straight up right here, and they would have a couple more studs to work with on that level. But we have to have this roof area, which takes up some space, and then we're very limited there. So I'll actually grab all the other ones here, and I happen to have them right next to me. So this is Houses of the World 4. This is Houses of the World 3. This is Houses of the World 2. And this is Houses of the World 1. So, let me spin this around here, and we can see all of these. They actually don't all use the exact same stuff for the base, even though they are all the same size, the base level here. And this is interesting to see, because some of these start farther back, like they have more of the area up front here than Houses of the World 4 does. It has stuff coming up really up close to the edge, and so it has a lot more up here than any of these other 3. You know, for all of these other 3, they basically have 2 studs of just tile at the front. This one doesn't have that at all, so that's pretty interesting. But all 3 of these other ones kind of have the first floor and the second floor as bigger than these. So you can see that, like, for this one, Houses of the World 3, the first 4 comes out to here, which if I put this next to it, maybe we can see how much different that is. So there's actually a good amount of space in there. And if I compare it to this one, again, there's not a ton, but it's a noticeable like 2 studs right there, different. And back to Houses of the World 1, I think this one's probably 2 or 3 studs as well. So just a couple differences there. I think it's still very, very good. And yeah, like I say, there's just different compromises and different things. I love that these represent a lot of diverse parts of the world with different styles and different climates. I think that's really, really cool, and I think they did a pretty good job trying to emulate all these different parts, so that's really, really nice. And if we turn them all over to see the internal stuff here, there probably will be some pretty marked differences here as well. And that is because, again, this one doesn't have nearly as much space to work. Well, I say nearly as much space. It's not that much, but it is considerable with what they can do here. Like this one can have this whole wraparound couch and have space behind it. This whole thing is way longer than what could be in here. Same for this dumbbell there. And looking at this one, like having the piano there, all of that stuff probably wouldn't fit in the Houses of the World 4. And same for looking at this one. The first one, we have these little chairs, we have a table, we got the bed, we got the rug, which is like a 2x4 tile there. And a 2x4 tile like takes up almost this whole area. So it's interesting that this one doesn't really have any internal stickers for anything hanging on the wall or anything like that, which pretty much all of these other ones have stuff like on the wall or, similar to that. I mean, this one has pictures, this one has pictures. I guess this one doesn't have everything on the wall, but it does have like the light coming out and has like the big table. We don't even really get a like 2x2 table area, whether round or not, in this one. So there's no real dining table. It could be that they don't use a dining table as a matter of custom or something like that, but it's just very interesting to look at all these. If I had to pick my favorite one, what would I pick? I know nobody's asking me that, but I would like to just take a moment to think about it, hypothetically here. Wow, it's tough. They're all very, very unique. I think, I don't know, it's maybe a cop-out, but I'll say I don't want to pick a favorite. I really, really like all of these, and I want them to make more. This one's great because it's so colorful, it's so bright. I love how they did the roof up here. There's a lot of good details in there. It does come with the dog, which is like the only one of these that comes with that. This one's great because of it's so different than the other one. Love how they did the door. This archway is created really cool. We have like the tea set, we got the plant here, the vines coming over the side, and the internals have that light and that piano, and then like a clothes drying rack and everything up there. I thought this one was great because you got all of these wood prints, had the ski poles, and it really felt like a mountain home. And then I also thought the roof was done really well, and like some of this stuff like the cheese and the chocolate and the clock were all really good to get. I also loved how they did the fireplace in this one, and I detail that more in the video for that one. And then this one is very, very different, and I think they did a really good job. I actually really like all the detail in there, even though it's really hard to see. And then what they did back here is pretty incredible given the constraints. So I like these all. I'm not going to pick a favorite. So they're really great. Now, I'll show the extra pieces here, which is just for Houses of the World 4, and I'm not sure if I have these all right. It could be that I mixed up some colors of the like flower studs, for example, because I do have like a green one, orange one, pink one, but then I have 2 of the light pink, and I have 2 of the green. Well, I think those are light pink. So I have a couple duplicate extras here, which isn't usually the case. This would kind of tell me that I was supposed to use one more green one somewhere and use one more of this kind of lightish pale pink there somewhere, but maybe not. Maybe I just got extras. It could be that I'm trying to think if there's a color that I don't have represented here. And I don't think there is, so I'll just have to take a look at it a little later. But then your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your cheese slopes, another plant element here, which is good, the kind of pyramid piece there, a couple gold pieces, another kind of stem piece there, and so a good amount of extra pieces because there's so many little pieces in this set. So this set is 318 pieces. I don't know off the top of my head what these other ones were. I think one of them was as little as like 270 or maybe even like 214 or something, and then some of them are in the 200s, 300s range. So I think this comes in with maybe having more pieces than some of these other ones, or maybe fewer. It's kind of hard for me to say, but you know, they'll look like they would have pretty similar piece counts just because of the techniques that are used and stuff like that. But like all of these other ones, these are a gift with purchase, and the threshold for this Houses of the World 4 was $250. Now, if you've seen my other videos talking about Houses of the World 1, 2, and 3, I think that's too much. I think it's weird, and I still haven't figured out, and no one's really been able to give me an answer about why these are at that threshold. I don't know. That's a lot of money to spend on Lego and to just get these, and it seems weird. I think, you know, in many ways the Steamboat Willie or the Blacktron Cruiser or the Disney 100 picture holder thing, you know, those kind of gift with purchases offer like some really tremendous value because the threshold is not outrageous, and those are, you know, quite good sets. They're really, really good, and I think these are really extraordinary as well, but I don't think they live up to the threshold that Lego has set these at. I wonder if these are maybe the like highest threshold Lego's done for a gift with purchase. I think for certain UCS sets, they'll have like a special gift with purchase for those. For like the moving truck set, I can't remember what the threshold was for that, but it was pretty high. This is really, really high, and I don't know if I can comfortably say it's worth it. I'm certainly glad I was able to get these and get duplicates of all of them, but that means I spend a lot of money on Lego, and I would like for these to be a little more accessible, a little more affordable for people. I don't know the reasoning behind it, so if anyone can give me a hint, I would love to know, because maybe they want these to be exclusive, maybe they want these to be limited edition, they want these to be kind of a rare thing. I don't see why, but you know, it who knows? So I don't know, but I don't think these are very good value, and on some level I think you might be better off to spend like $100 for one of like the Steamboat Willie, for example, if that's $100, and then later when there's another $100 gift with purchase, like do it then instead of buying everything for $250 just to get this. You know, if you're planning on getting a really, really big set, while one of, you know, and maybe you want to wait till one of these is running, I think that makes sense. There are sets that are, you know, right up to that price point. The new modular building is going to be $300, and so that would get you one of these if one of these was around when that would be able to be bought. But otherwise, you know, I think I can't necessarily recommend doing it. But all that said, I really, really like these. Very happy to have these. I've said it many, many times. I kind of want to do like a mini street, a mini kind of modular street with all these. I wish Lego does, I hope Lego does more of these. I would love to see 4 new houses of the world, you know, for years to come. Think they should lower the threshold a little bit. But I don't even know what that looks like, because if they dropped it down to 200, I still might think that's too much. If they dropped it down to 150, that seems about right, while still being on the upper end of things. And you would still have to spend like $600 at specific points of the year total just to get these. And if they moved down to 150, but that's knocking $100 off the threshold. So I don't think that's likely. I think they'll probably, if they continue these, they'll probably keep it where it's at. And that's a little bit disappointing. I can't say for certain whether they're going to make any more, and if they do, if I'll get them. I may. It depends, but I certainly loved these. This was a really fun kind of journey this year, and so I'm very happy to round it out with Houses of the World 4, and this has been really interesting. So I like them, but they're not really worth the money. So anyway. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. And if you like my other videos here, like videos I've done for the other houses of the world, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And then besides the houses of the world and besides other gift with purchases, I'm going to be covering, tons of other sets from all different themes, all different shapes, sizes, price points, piece counts, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming videos. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that right here on YouTube with memberships, supers, and thanks. And I still have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. And there you can get access to all my videos early, get access to some exclusive stuff, and tons of other stuff. So every little bit helps, and I appreciate it. And with all of that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.